this. You have to understand that Joe Frazier came from slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Frazier's people were slaves.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
right.
didn't
Yeah.
understand that no education in relation to cash, money, or anything. If I give Joe 1,000, like Joe would come into me someday once every 6 months, they had money, and I says, Joe, put that in your pocket. He says, what do you mean? Joe would be in the bookies, or he'd be in the
So you knew him kind of like an ongoing.
Oh no,
because
I knew Joe every day of the week. Joe's, and I was trying to help him. And I said, Joe, you can't do that. You can't do that. I said, Joe, I said, what do you mean? He said, but Joe could live without. See, you don't understand. Joe educated me. Joe could live without money in his pocket, or with money in his pocket. It didn't mean any difference because.
Is that street smart kind of?
No, it was to do with slavery. You bear in mind that Joe never had a penny in his pocket for 30 years, maybe 20 years. Or
before he got
yes.
money from boxing, yeah.
Yes. So, that's about, and he didn't get Don King robbed him of fucking everything the same.
Did Don King promote him?
I don't know who. I'm not too aware of that now, but I know what they call it.
But there was a lot of dodgy promoters back in the day with boxing.
They were
Yeah.
just.
But he was just the most famous, like.
They were just
Yeah,
robbers.
he was just
They
the
were
biggest
robbers.
out of all of them.
They were robbers. Like, they weren't very pleasant people, and they were very. I'll tell you what I found going back at that time. I mean, you talk about. I'll tell you how they were treated. They were treated. You talk about racism and stuff like that. Well, their own people treated them fucking 20 times worse.
Black people.
Yes, I don't want.
Just a clarification, in case.
But I don't want to be. I'll only tell you my story. I'll just tell it like
I
it is.
recognise that, yeah.
I'm just telling you like it is. They were as bad.
You had first-hand experience being there.
They were as bad. What they done to the likes of Joe, but Joe was happy enough. Joe Cool was happy with that. He was okay. He wasn't a happy guy. He was a most happiest gentleman you'd ever meet. Like, he wasn't. And I used to be walking up the bar and I says, Joe, I'll get you a whiskey in a minute, but just give me I says, I can't give you a free drink, like I'm not allowed to. But I'll get you a whiskey in a minute. I says, relax. I says, but I can't give you.
You weren't allowed to give.
Oh no, but it was the guy that owned the bar. But he had to give me. I couldn't just fill Joe.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But after 20 minutes, I would say, Joe, relax. I says, once I get, I'll give you 3 instead of 1. but I just can't do that. And I'd throw it up to Joe, and then this bird would be there. I'd say, right, you get a fucking beer. I said, I ain't giving you fucking whiskey. I said, I can't do that, because I give you whiskey, that's Joe's whiskey. And I was sitting there, I said, you're getting a bottle of beer. And she said, right, I said, you ain't getting whiskey. So I says, Joe, if I give her whiskey, I said, you ain't getting any more. No fucking way. So this was the crack. But anyway, that was 1986, 87, 88, and across Madison Square Garden in Manhattan, New York. So
That's a crazy story. You got some crazy stories, man. He's been entertaining us for the last 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
This guy has got crazy stories.
Wait, what can I get, just in
Your
case,
stories are
if
nuts.
by some crazy chance, like someone from the boxing world will see this, is there a way I can clarify your name to put a name to the face, and then they maybe at one point they could, if they somehow by some chance they saw it, they could comment.
What was the bar called?
No, the bar was the Barnystone Bar across from when you walk up from Madison Square Garden. You walk up the steps and you cross the road, and that was the Blarney Stone Bar.
Barry Stone.
The Blarney Stone Bar.
Blarney Stone
Bar.
Bar.
Blarney
Yeah.
Stone.
And how long did you work there for?
I worked there for about a year and a half. I played sport. I came back down and played sport.
That does, man, that does make sense. That's the time as well when Mike Tyson was popping, 85, 86.
85.
That's
And
when-
you're telling me these guys just didn't come in with money?
I'll tell you who used to
into
come
the
as
bar.
well, just
That's
a matter
crazy.
of interest.
Oh, God.
I used to play. Bruce Springsteen and Billy Joel used to play in the garden. They used to play in the garden 10 or 15 nights in summer.
You saw everything.
So they would, when they were finished, you could get Billy Joel and Springsteen came into the bar as well. But their interaction, they would come in to buy the E Street Band. Billy Joel's band was the E Street Band, and they would come in. They would play 10, 12 nights in the garden every summer. Billy Joel played 10, 12 nights every summer. So I happened to be there at the same time that Tyson won.
Yeah.
That's the same reflection.
A
at the
very
same time.
timely manner. My
so
goodness.
what else happened in the night? I used to do looking. Well, that basketball and all that kind of crack and one thing or other. But no, Tyson was as is.
The fact that he came in straight after a fight.
Well, this was the
which is nuts.
like demeanor of Tyson in like 85, 86. He was like the baddest man on the planet. Like you met him personally.
Yeah.
At the
Does
time.
it like like how was he like his?
No, gentleman.
His persona.
He wasn't. He wouldn't. See, another man. I'm taking you back. This goes back a lot of time when Joe Cool explained this to me, and it goes back to slavery. Tyson was only 2 generations away from slavery, so he didn't understand money either. Mike Tyson knew none of it money.
Yeah, he would get rich and then just blow it.
When Don King was taking the head of him, he had no basis on. Can you imagine giving? Just think about it. Giving a man that never had a penny in his pocket.
300 million.
Aye, correct. No,
300 is
It
what he got at the
wasn't
time.
300. It wasn't 300. Was it 300 million?
Well,
That's what
I think
he had. He that's what
Or was that altogether?
he accumulated that in his boxing career. It wasn't one
did,
fight.
he accumulated it in
that.
his
Well,
boxing
I would love to see the accounts.
and unfortunately, he lost it.
Aye, but he didn't actually. When you think about it, he didn't get. Well, obviously, I followed his career very closely.
Yeah, it also got
He
stolen from him.
Yes,
in,
correct.
In many ways,
That
yeah.
is the word, steal.
Yeah.
Steal. But it is quite. It is when I speak to people that I would have known at the time. Can I say this? The person that gets stolen the money at the time thinks that it's okay to get for other people to steal their money because they're no good because they come from slavery. Now, can I
Oh, that's crazy.
Do you think
I
so?
see what you're saying there.
Yeah, at the time. At the time.
Right.
at the
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Not now. At the time.
Sure.
What's
yeah.
exact?
Wow.
So all black boxers at the time, is that what you're referring to the
They saw
mentality of the
themselves.
time?
You mean they saw themselves as?
No, they saw themselves as meat to be traded, and that if they got,
Oh, that's crazy.
if they got like, I mean, Don King probably give. I'll take a punt at it. He'd probably give Mike Tyson $10,000 for winning that fight.
Really?
They probably told me.
See, I would have thought it was more like manipulation. and,
Correct. You see, I'm trying to explain that without in a very nice way. Without, I mean, I have to watch what I say, but I'm trying
For
to
sure,
say,
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is the truth.
Yeah, of course.
Aye,
Yeah.
and I'm being
I mean,
honest.
you've already called the other guy Joe Coon. I think we're like past that thing of what you have to be careful what you say. Like.
I'm not like I'm telling it like I seen it.
Yeah, back in the day, this is what they would have
Your
said.
experience,
But I think like the honesty is this, and my honesty is this. Is that Mike Tyson probably didn't expect to get any more than 10 grand. Now you can imagine giving
Didn't
some-
expect to get any more than that.
So his
10 grand.
promoter was receiving 30 million, and he pays Tyson like 10,000.
And he's telling him, and then he gives him, then he messes around and says, you know what, you need a line of cocaine or something like that. He messed around with him big time. Oh no, I know all about this. He destroyed him. Destroyed him. He took the best fighter, the best pound for pound fighter in the
generation.
world. Had him.
Heavyweight
had
champ.
him, the best in the world. He would have killed a fucking 2 lions. He was the best fighter ever, guys. And you know what? Kings thought you're getting too big for your boots. I'm going to start feeding you a couple of fucking drugs to slow you down a bit. You know, you're getting too. If you get too much money, I'll not be fit to steal from you. I know exactly what was going on, and that's what Don King done. And I don't give a shit if you fucking televise that in the world. I am 100% correct, and that's what he done.
So, in effect, you're saying Don King was like probably the biggest contribution to his downfall.
Did you chat to both of them?
No,
At any
Don
given
King.
time? Okay.
No.
Don King, you didn't talk to.
Don King was nowhere to be seen these
Yeah,
days.
he was nowhere to be seen.
Unfortunately, is this the last stop?
Let's do it. Whoa, pleasure, man.
But anyway,
What a pleasure, my friend.
I'll give you
gosh.
my honest opinion on that there, and I'll tell you what. I was very privileged to meet Joe Cool and Mike Tyson.
Fantastic. You got some crazy stories, man.
Mike
I'm
Tyson.
very
We don't wanna stop.
Joe Cool, Mike Tyson, and I'll tell you what, 2 lovely people, 2 very good, and
In the core, in the heart, yeah.
yes, correct. I'm very privileged to meet them.
Yeah. Because Mike Tyson had like a persona for like press conference fights and everything, but sometimes I would see him do interviews. And he's like just a really nice guy, like really soft spoken, like
a top guy.
Yeah. When he
Man
came
was
to
a
fight, he was an
gentleman.
animal. He was
He
there
was,
to.
but he was a perfect he was the perfect animal.
Yeah.
To take.
Switched it on. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
But a perfect gentleman.
Yeah.
And God, I'm not going to talk about what he got done jail time for. That's a complete and utter abuse for that poor man that got done for that.
Do you think that they fucked him over with that? Like so you're on the side of it, he didn't really do that?
I analysed that there from top to bottom, and I'm not.
This is what you saw and heard.
That is
at the given time.
A complete and utter a financial situation whereby they tried to take money off him, and that is a complete. There's no that poor man done. I mean, he done time for rape. That's. I mean, listen, lads. If any of you guys, I mean, if you ever get, I mean, if any human being gets done for something like that, you're guilty until you're innocent. Always remember that. But he got nailed. I watched that case from start to finish. The mother and the daughter headed back to their room with Mike Tyson. Come on, guys.
I've never actually looked into the case properly.
I haven't, no.
You know,
me
but
neither.
it's interesting to hear someone who was there at the time and also fan and followed it like at the time as well, because it's different to when you hear after years and years you see newspaper articles and stuff. You have to put pieces together in your head.
Yeah.
But from your perspective, from you being there,
Because it was all happening like.
Yeah. But just for the record, and this is not hearsay. This is not me having an opinion. The mother and the daughter went back to the room with Mike Tyson.
And you saw this?
No. This is not. They know this.
Yeah.
This is not my opinion. I only talk on the facts. The facts happened. That did happen. And if you can check this out if you want.
Yeah.
And I says once that happened, and the next thing the mother's saying, "Oh, my daughter was raped. She's in the room with Mike Tyson." Oh fuck. I mean, let's get real, lads. You know, they go up 5 stairs into a thing. I mean, I'm not saying.
like I said, so
But anyway,
have a watch.
Sorry.
Join the
Just
audience.
a podcast.
But anyway,
We can interview you guys after if you like.
Anyway, that does annoy me. But anyway, he came out well of it, isn't he? What's he like now?
Oh, he's doing amazing. I mean, he's fighting again.
Aye, but apart, look,
He's fine.
he got his 40 million. Now.
You got his
So
40
you
million
don't believe in
bounce.
that? You don't believe in that fight as well, yeah?
The handbag.
Complete bullshit.
You know, he got 40 million. Do you know what he got? He got 40 million that Don King stole from him.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like well
And that's what he
deserved in a
got.
way.
That's a bit of karma. So I've no.
It's
I
karma.
don't think anybody's any issue with him getting 40 million. Like, I'm not into people getting 40 million, but I've no issue with Mike Tyson.
People getting 40 million.
But I've no issue with Mike Tyson getting 40 million, to be quite honest with you, because he got robbed millions upon millions.
Yeah, I think a lot of people over the years think like he got so hard done by.
Yeah.
Like just over the course of his career, like money stolen from him. I heard a lot of people say, "Look, I'm just happy for him to make the money."
Correct.
You know,
So we all knew.
Yeah,
Anybody
so no
knew
one
in
cares
sport.
that he lost.
Right. I didn't
Or
give a
whatever,
shit.
like, it's just,
I couldn't
yeah.
care less. As long as if I met him, I would say, "Listen, how you got 40 million? You know, you're due 40 million."
I think a lot of people were on
How many
Tyson's
years
side,
has it been?
But I
Like-
think a lot of people on Tyson's side, like even regardless of his loss, like it didn't really matter that he lost. Everyone was looking at it from a different perspective of like, well, go on, Mike, and
Yeah, get your
you got
money,
your
yeah.
bag, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
get
you know,
your
everyone
money,
was
yeah.
supporting it.
No, aye, correct, and deservedly so, because we wouldn't like him. For anybody that knew him, or anybody that knew back in the late 80s,
Yeah.
knew about him, like, and like it was a big deal when he got done now by the cops for what he supposedly done, and like, for anybody who knows anything about life, that's a serious accusation to have over your head that you've done something wrong to a lady or something. If you met, I met Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a gentleman. That's all I can say. I only can say, and I don't. I know he ripped the head off you in a boxing ring, but I was very lucky to meet him.
Very.
And he was a
But
good
you
guy.
met him at the height of his
At
career.
that
Like,
point, yeah.
No, I met him at the
point
start
is-
of his career. 19, the same age as me. I was 19.
oh, was he 19 at the
I
time?
was 19 or 20 when he won the first title.
He
Yeah,
won the title
you saw
at
him
20
first
years
time
old. He was the
there,
youngest
Yeah,
champ.
yeah, yeah. He was a
He's
young
English
Heavyweight champ,
yeah,
heavyweight
yeah,
champ, yeah.
But the good thing about, the thing about it was this: when he walked into the bar, he had no money. This is the thing, is I know the fact about that. It's the way people were treated. The way people were treated, they didn't have any money and keep you down. And the worst people was his own people. Don Keynes, don't give him any money. Let him fucking go up and let him. Tell him we'll pay tomorrow.
What Don King done is just unbelievable.
Oh no, he's a
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, anyway, I can't. I think I've said that.
I think you covered everything.
He's covered everything, man. He's covered all the
What
stories.
else? What else?
We were like struggling at the start to think of a topic, and you just came in and just came in
Listen,
with
I don't want you to miss your stop.
everything,
but
yeah.
I don't want you to
right,
miss your stop.
Listen, dude. Oh, jeez, don't tell me it's leaving. Okay. Jeez, I'm heading back away. Anyway, no harm. I'll go back to the next stop. I'll go back.
Oh gosh, I mean, I think it's worth it. Of course,
Yeah,
you
it's
can.
fine, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we spoke about Mike Tyson on a previous episode, and we did a whole conversation about that fight. So now it's funny to hear your perspective on
fact
this.
that you actually
It's kind of come full circle because we were speaking about his fight recently with Jake Paul. Yeah, with Jake Paul.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was a few pints. Mike was having a few pints and got paid.
But generally speaking, though, do you think someone in their 50s should be fighting, even if it is 40, 30
do you remember
million?
back a couple of
You
years
don't
ago?
think so? No.
Do you remember McGregor from Ireland fought?
Holy!
Did you ever see such a joke in all your life?
Which fight, sir? Oh, Mayweather.
No, not.
Who are you talking about?
but no,
No,
right.
you're talking about McGregor in general.
That was a boxing fight, right? Conor McGregor and
Conor McGregor.
not the cage
But
fight. Yeah.
I'm going to answer the question now in relation to that. If the public are stupid enough to pay and give money for it, well, then so be it. So what it was it
Fucking
the public?
circus act at this point.
Correct.
Which one is
Yeah.
this?
Huh?
Which
McGregor
fight?
vs Mayweather.
McGregor Mayweather.
This
That was the biggest joke.
Was it the end of 2017 or end of 2019?
yeah,
That was
2017.
Before lockdown.
It was way
lockdown,
before
for sure.
lockdown.
Yeah,
They went away at this fight. Now anybody, I told
I was
me
quite excited about that fight, actually.
Would you
You bought a freaking front row ticket for that
did
one,
I
didn't
buy it? Oh my god, I think I bought
believe
it.
That everything was that foolish. There was actually, you could actually. McGregor was 5-1, and what do you call it? You could lay Mayweather at 5-1, or sorry, you could lay McGregor at 5-1. You could lay him. You could put on 1,000. That would cost you 5 to lose the fight. I mean, it was
Lose the fight?
Yes, no, he was going to get beat. I mean, the man can't box.
Yeah.
I mean, you were putting.
He's
I mean,
MMA, isn't he?
I mean, Jesus Christ! I don't know why you guys can box, but like any one of us.
He can't. Not really. Not to the standard of Mayweather.
I
Anyway.
mean, for fuck's sake, it was
Oh, thanks for letting us know.
Unless Mayweather was going to lie down in the middle of the fucking floor and say we'll have a rematch, like which could happen, but you could have laid it was 6-1. I got up in the morning and I said 6-1. No, I didn't have a lot of money, but I laid 100 on that. I said that's a guaranteed cert. Now, if McGregor.
Wait, so you could lay money on him
Yes,
losing?
in fair.
But,
Yes.
but what were the odds on that though?
That's what I'm saying. 5 or 6-1. That was the odds. I
Really?
couldn't believe it. It should have been 28-1.
5 or
But the
6 to
bookmakers.
1? Couldn't it be?
You can bet on
I'm
him losing.
telling you,
Yeah,
if
you can
check
bet on
back
him
on
losing.
it, if
Really?
you check back on it, you go and check that back.
Did you bet on that fight, Charles?
No, I was.
No, I missed. That's the one I missed on, but I would have lost anyway. I would have. If I bet on it, I would have put a stupid bet. Yeah. I wouldn't have put it on the obvious person. I would have put it on the way other one. Yeah.
I think there could have been a slight setup as well.
Well, you see, that's the only thing that caught my head is that maybe Mayweather would have laid down and they would have had a rematch.
These
I
rematches,
don't think you can set up these fights because the gambling commission would get in too much trouble.
What are you talking about? They're like in cahoots, bro.
If people are
They're talking about like it's some fair system.
It's not a fair system whatsoever. Yeah.
No,
You can
no,
see
no,
at the
no.
end of the fight.
Did you ever hear of
Have
the
you seen-
Costa Nostra?
the what?
The Costa Nostra.
No.
Ah, Jesus, lads.
Oh gosh, imagine that note to leave on. Now we got to think what it is.
Costa Nostra is the mafia.
Okay,
Bro,
wait.
You know, I didn't even press record until half of what he said. I didn't even.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. So imagine. No, but I got all the good stuff.
Did you? Okay,
Yeah. Luckily, but like,
Wait, so that
Did
was
you
a
get the Joe
moment.
Frazier story? Did you get the Joe Frazier bit?
I got the Joe Coon bit. That's what he said.
Coon.
Did you hear that bit? Did you guys drop in for that? No.
He was like, oh, he was called
like,
Joe. He was called Joe Coon.
I don't know to be funny, but you know, like, back in the day, they called him like Joe Coon. I mean, like, I knew when you said like, I'm not being funny, right? I knew something was coming.
I'm not being funny, but I have to tell it like it is.
As soon as he said, I don't know if I can say this now, but I'm gonna say it. I was like, oh, no, what's coming, man?
What's he about to say? Right. Imagine the guy knew Joe Frazier like every day. He said he saw this guy walk into his bar like often.
Yeah, well, it sounds
I was
very.
really invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was really invested. I was like, Mike Tyson? Right, I feel like everyone has a Mike Tyson story at this point.
In the place that he's talking about.
I knew someone who bumped into Roy.
Roy Jones Jr.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. In Central. Yeah, I knew someone who was like, I bumped into Roy Jones Jr. 5'11", bang on.
Oh man, when Roy Jones was in his prime, it was ridiculous. It was insane. It was something else.
That guy was a fucking whirlwind, man.
Yeah, he was.
He's the
different.
best attribute-based boxer that I can think of.
But I feel like the way when he said like he was in a bar and stuff in America in was it called Madison Square?
Madison Square Garden.
It all sounds like everything adds up. So like
it does, yeah, and the years all line up as well.
Yeah, and like someone in that time as well, like. It would have been likely you could have been just like in an Irish bar, and you could have. I think without the internet as well, it feels like I want to believe it as well.
It feels authentic.
Yeah, it feels way more authentic.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I do believe it.
Keeping in mind, he experienced all that with nothing. As in back then, it was fuck all and nothing. Yeah, you had no social media, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had nothing more than to just experience what was in front of him at the given time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think there was something there because like the way he spoke about it with passion, if you know what I mean. Like you don't make something like that up and have that kind of energy behind it. Do you know what I mean? And he was giving quite specifics as well.
Very specific. Yeah, he was giving very specific.
Obviously back then like people weren't documenting things like with their iPhone and like just recording every single interaction and stuff like that. That wasn't happening.
That's kind of sad, that mindset.
That's the kind of
do you know the mindset he was talking about?
Which one?
How the boxers didn't know how to manage money at all, so they would think of themselves lower. Like he was trying to get across his concept that at the time they would just let money be taken away from them.
Yeah, I kind of do know what he means. I can kind of understand it. Like they felt less than them, less than the promoters,
because they had been manipulated into that stance
in the past. Yeah, so I think it was a lot easier back then to feel inferior, maybe. To others, especially if they're the ones paying you the money. It's like, that's my boss, you know. Like I'm not going to ask questions about how much money he's making. I'm just going to take my.
Did you hear what he said?
He said a lot.
No. But did you,
which part?
Did you hear what he said about Mike just taking a certain percentage? Let's say he said 10k in it.
10,000.
He said 10k, and then Don King would take off fuck knows how many. Yeah, but
that's like, the way things used to be though. Like in the 80s and 90s, I think they used to be the same with record deals as well. So like all the people later on, they would complain, my manager took like way bigger percentage.
And put a case against them.
Only left me with this amount. But I feel like all of the people back then, that's the way things used to run. Like they would take way more than they were supposed to be entitled to. Like with Mike Tyson earning what 10 grand, bro, that's crazy.
I'll check. You have to check the figures on that, but yeah, he could have been wrong. He could have been wrong about it. But
10,000 in today's money. What's that?
1986.
Everything's mad inflated now.
85, 86. So let's say it's like
it's gonna be ridiculous.
250.
You think it's that much?
I'm just giving like a rough. I don't know.
Probably about 100. Nah, probably about 100k around now.
Yeah.
Around 100k.
Yeah.
200.
So that's a lot of money. So if you were offered 100k now,
actually,
sorry, not 250.
but you had a manager who got you the big fight, got you the big opportunity, and then you were like, 100k, yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it, yeah.
And then you don't even ask any questions
think about like, could this be like way more than that?
It's like 10 million more.
I've never seen that kind of money.
Think about how that might be 10% of what he totally got.
Yeah.
So then Don took 90, for example, or you took 85% of whatever the hell that was. Yeah.
That's why you always got to read the small print.
Yeah, you do it.
Oh, bro,
they weren't trained like that.
There was some.
They weren't trained.
Dodgy promoters these times.
There were handshake deals,
there was no small print.
Yeah, there was no small print.
There was just a handshake and that's it.
There was just like, you have made £10,000 for this fight, and if you win this, your title fight next time is going to be £12,000. It's going to be honestly, it's going to be huge. And he's banking millions himself, you know. And he's just giving a little cut. It's crazy.
That's why often a lot of these guys, when you watch these TV programs as well, and it's like you don't see the guy in the next series, or you don't see a guy in the film
because there's some bullshit that happened.
Because something happened. There was the one in the Matrix. The Matrix.
The guy. What's his name? Mike Chung. What? No.
Yes.
Mike Chung.
Yes, that guy. Yeah. Because he was supposed to be.
He sued.
He
sued the Wachowski brothers. Yeah. That's right.
What a mistake.
I haven't seen that.
Because you haven't seen the Matrix, motherfucker.
What happened?
There's a guy in the Matrix. He's significant enough a role in the Matrix.
Yeah.
He was one of the operators. He's basically the operator of the main, like all the computers.
Right. And he went
In the
to,
first mission.
I don't know. He tried to get more money for the second deal for the sequel, and they basically turned him away with it.
It was either he didn't get enough from the Wachowski brothers, or he was trying to get more for the sequel. One of the two.
Right.
Yeah.
So he missed out on his bag.
So
ultimately,
yeah, but he sent like so many calls or like voicemails that were like threatening towards the Wachowski brothers.
Really?
So they done
Towards
fucked
who?
him up. Yeah, they done fucked him up because of
Towards
that. The Wachowski brothers.
Yeah.
Wachowski sisters now.
Sisters now, innit? That's crazy. But
You didn't know that? Oh, you didn't even see the Matrix.
I haven't seen it. No.
I
know.
To anyone who ain't seen the Matrix,
It's on
you
the
seen
list.
the Matrix?
Yeah.
Is it a good film?
It's on the
Do you?
list.
I'd say it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. No. I'm not having this.
hey, look, man. At least Keanu got his money. Yeah. At least Keanu got so much money that he's spread his money. Like he gave money to different
But just
people.
why
in the
he
cast.
shouldn't have done Matrix 4? Why did he do that?
I don't know.
No.
No. Do you know how shit that film was?
It was the worst film ever made.
Bro.
Matrix 4, worst film ever made.
Yeah. I lie. It was so.
What's wrong with Matrix 4?
Well, if you see how groundbreaking the first one is on every level.
I thought people liked it. I know I haven't seen it, but I thought people liked it. No.
No, there's not a single person who came back from Matrix 4 and said, yeah, do you know what? That was
better
worth
than the second one or the third one. No.
No.
It was just complete.
I wanted to be one of those people that write to Ofcom. That's how bad it got. Like, you know what I mean? If there was that's how bad that movie was. Like, yeah. So
Sorry.
But you can't. Look, modern Hollywood. Just don't compare it because there's no. It's all children in riot seats.
Do you think? Well,
And
as in
like-
like the teens coming out of the university?
No, not literally. As in metaphorically, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Oh,
What I'm trying
right.
to say.
Yeah.
Because clearly,
Do you think
look
there's like an agenda that they need to meet, kind of thing? Like,
I think there was an agenda. Yeah,
include
for sure.
this in the
Absolutely.
script. Include that in the script.
Absolutely.
That kind
It was
of thing.
2020. Think about the pre-production to that was what 1920. Sort of through COVID-ish.
I mean, 2020.
No, I'm saying like
What?
2019, 2020. Yeah, 1920.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, and then they released in what, late 21?
Yeah. Was it 2020?
I thought you meant 1920. The year.
They went back in time to do this shit.
No.
Yeah.
So they dropped it in late 21, yeah? So that would have been in pre-production for like, I don't know, 2 years? Yeah, 2-3 years maybe, max. Yeah. So they had to go through that whole woke agenda. Like, I don't know what agenda they had to meet, right?
Well, the thing about that is
Whether or not
Lily
without
herself
Yeah.
is a trans, right? So that in itself, you think, like, if you're trying to make a movie woke, you've already ticked one box. It's a trans person directing a movie. No, for real, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. No, honestly, like, regardless of any things that I think about, like,
I was just
that's the
talking about
community,
modern Hollywood, yeah.
It's more to do the talent wise. They have Lily when they were both guys, right? Originally,
Yeah.
Lily and his brother, they. Get confusing
Golden
to
age,
talk
yeah.
about them, but basically, the two of them as brothers made the best movie
Groundbreaking.
that has ever been made. Like in terms
One
of
of the best.
groundbreaking.
It was one of the best.
And what
What's
I'm
that? Matrix
Yeah.
1.
Matrix,
Matrix
1.
one.
So to go from there to what they did, the monstrosity that was Matrix 4.
Shall I be honest? Shall I be completely honest?
I can't even. I don't even know. Forget woke politics. Like anything. Like in terms of film and being a director, like being such a. Like,
I'd say there was some good bits to it.
good bits.
No, wait. Hold on to what I'm saying here. Yeah, hold on to what I'm saying. Yeah, hold on to it. Look, yeah. You watch it, yeah.
Which one?
Number 4.
None of them.
Resurrection. Yeah,
I haven't seen it. I remember when
I'm
Matrix
just
4
talking
came
about-
out.
Yeah.
I do remember when it came out, and I thought people were happy with it.
I'm
for
just
some
talking
reason.
about-
No,
Hollywood.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
No,
you didn't.
No, I genuinely did. I know you think I say whatever, but I honestly
Me and him
thought.
both.
Where you getting this? Where you getting
I'm
this
pretty sure
information
people
from?
watched it, put it on Instagram, and were like, "Wow, I just saw Matrix 4."
No, you didn't. No,
I didn't. I'm
He
sure you
came out.
didn't.
He came. I remember that night. You came out, and we went to a place.
I
right?
went on
You went on a crazy
20-minute rant about it. Yeah.
And I agreed with
But
you
like
because
now.
it was shit. Like it was genuinely shit. Like yeah.
I was angry. I was walking out of the cinema
I
angry.
know because it's the you can't do it to a franchise like that.
Look at him trying to get some sound bites now. I was walking out the cinema angry. That was me, yeah.
No, you've got to use the correct terms. It's called clip farming.
Clip farm.
Okay.
Clip farm.
No, I was genuine. No, it made
My
me
point
like.
there being modern Hollywood don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. To franchises like these anyway. Yeah.
Do you know what it is, man?
Fucking no clue.
There were so
Absolutely
many stories that could be told.
There were so
now
many
as well.
movies that they fucked up. Completely.
That's like the new Lion King movie.
Well, yes. Well, I haven't watched
Which one? Sorry.
The new Lion King.
Oh, my friend keeps on telling me it's terrible. To watch the Lion King, new
What
Lion
do you
King
think about the
movie.
voice acting?
Sorry, Rio, could you put the.
What did you think about the voice acting in Mufasa?
Like, I don't know, I feel like they messed the storyline up too much.
Bang! It's writing. Look, see what
Did
I'm
they
talking
not
about.
follow
Right.
the like original animation at all?
No, not really.
They tried to innovate and they
Also,
failed.
like, who the fuck is it? Like, they tried to make this whole story up why Scar was bad, and like we thought like it would genuinely be deep. All because Mufasa stole his girl, he decided to become Scar.
Terrible.
What? So it completely
Terrible,
deviates
right.
away from the original script?
Yeah, it's about like Mufasa and like when he was younger and why he like met Scar and stuff. Because he
So it's kind of like an origin story
Yeah.
of Mufasa and Scar's relationship.
Yeah. And like we were like there was like this whole
kinda-
lead up to
kinda
like
whack.
why like Scar turned really bad and like why he basically killed Mufasa, and all of it is because like it's like a 50-second clip because he steals his girl. Like
That'll
make
do
it
it.
make sense. It could
That'll
have
do it.
Spoiler
That'll
alert!
do it.
Spoiler
spoiler
alert!
alert,
yeah.
Sorry guys.
Massive spoiler alert, but yeah.
been so much
Don't do
deeper,
it.
but, like,
That's so interesting though, because even me watching the original animation, I always thought to myself, why does Scar hate his brother so
Yeah.
much? Is it just about being king? But like, there was like definitely something deeper there, and it's about.
The whole reason why they left that in was because of mystery.
So what was your like? How did you feel
Yeah.
when you left the cinema?
I mean, I like the songs. Like, I feel like it was like in the
Songs.
There's songs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
there's animals dancing and
the brother sound.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It never occurred to me that there'll be songs in this movie. Like, even though Lion King obviously
Is it like a musical kind of thing?
I saw something.
There's like 3 big songs in it.
Oh well, they did the Lion King in 2019, and there was songs with Beyonce and Childish Gambino and.
It's got Beyonce's daughter.
Sorry, did you
Blue
see?
Ivy
You saw
singers.
Mufasa recently. As
Yeah.
in you saw the.
That's in the new
So
movie.
that's a sequel to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To the Lion
2019.
King.
Yeah.
What's like? Why are they doing that?
Oh, is that a sequel?
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm out of
Wait,
tune with
I'm
this.
confused. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah,
Wait, hold on. The new
Rewind.
Mufasa movie.
It's
Is-
about
is
about
a
Mufasa, obviously.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel. Sorry,
Oh,
not a sequel.
okay.
My bad.
Where Mufasa like this story.
Right, because for a second I was thinking you were saying there was a sequel. I was like, wait.
I thought it was a standalone movie. I didn't realize it was a
Nah,
prequel.
I was highly confused as well.
You knew that?
Kiara, Simba's daughter, she starts the story off and then it like backtracks all the way back to Mufasa. So it's a bit confusing.
What? Could you tell me a positive of the movie? Just one positive at least.
The CGI was really good, and like even though the storyline dragged on a bit, it did have like good movies emotions you experience like happy
Yeah.
and sad. Like it did have that sort of good rebound to it.
Right. Well, for me, like a big part of why I love the original 1994, I think it came out, was actually the voice acting. Like I thought it was so strong.
Yeah.
And with so much depth, like how did that match up on this? Did you feel the emotion on?
I'd say it's good, and to be fair, they had the guy singing in the original film who does like the big entrance. So like when you first think of the Lion King, you think of like the and like they had him sing a different sort of song with a choir. That was opening. So I thought like, oh okay, like Lion King, but then like the music changed. It was like too sort of like modern musically for me
So
personally.
basically, you just didn't like a movie. Yeah.
I'd say it was like it was good and bad.
What about Scar's voice? That's like one of the most iconic things about Lion King in general.
Yeah.
And who is it? Jeremy Irons?
Yeah.
Come on.
I feel like it switched up way too fast because when he was younger he was called Taka, and like they had a good boy acting as Taka who's Scar,
Right.
and then that's why he gets called Scar because something happens, and his voice switched up too quick from like too young to like Scar's
Through
evil
puberty.
voice. Yeah, it's just like
Straight up to-
like where's the lead up to that? Yeah, it was too quickly done.
It was a bit jumpy in that sense.
Because it's unnecessary. It's because the
Because of
movie's
Hollywood.
unnecessary, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really,
Fucking hell,
yeah.
that's what.
Who? No one asked for a prequel for Lion King. Who asked for this?
Nobody asked for it.
Why do we need some like build up
It
to
just
Scar's
simply
story?
exists.
I don't need
It
that.
just exists.
I don't know. I feel like
Cause sales, that's what.
there's almost like a guarantee. Sorry?
It's called I Want Money.
I thought he just wanted to be on the
Yeah,
camera. I thought he just wanted to be on the camera. I thought he came up close to it, like just to say, hey.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like with the big franchises like Lion King, Aladdin, things like that, like it's almost like a guaranteed box office hit because of the fans and like
Of course, that's
the nostalgia attached to it.
it's what the producers do. They look at the sheet and they say 500 million. This one made billion. This one made like
exactly.
They don't look.
We're gonna
at-
spend X amount on this as long as we make X amount back as a minimum. We don't care. At a business level, that is.
But what they do is that
But
if you
they're
keep
fucking
on
up these
making movies just for the sake of making it,
You're gonna fuck up franchises.
Well, yeah,
You're
they
just
fuck
gonna-
up the franchise, but
Yeah.
the fans themselves start to lose interest in the thing itself because you don't believe in what they're making anymore. Like you see, like when they made back in the day, they made Star Wars, right, and they made 3 movies. That was it.
Do you want me to be real?
Okay, I know about
Let me land. Hold on. The famous lines that people say these days. Let me land.
Let me land.
Let him land.
When they made
Let him cook.
Let it cook. Okay. So when they made the first movie in Star Wars, yeah, it was a banger back in the day, 70s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was.
Right, it was one of the biggest movies ever made, and they made a second. It was like, oh my god, the anticipation. Then they made a third. It was like, oh my god, this is
And it just completed
unreal.
the trilogy.
Then
Yeah.
it was years before they made they extended it and started extending the story. But you know, like I was in the era of when they made the ones in the 90s, right? And they made a reboot. You could kind
That's not a
of
reboot. What are you talking about?
I guess
Prequel.
sorry, the prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
So the Phantom Menace came out,
Yeah.
and the movies that came after it weren't that great as well. A lot of people.
I got something. I got a lot of knowledge about this, innit?
A lot of people disliked it. Now, by the
Yeah,
time
that's
it's
right.
got to what I'm talking about now, you know what they're doing in the Star. I haven't even seen the Star Wars, but I hear so many
I
people
can
are
tell you
saying
about it.
like it's
I
gone
can tell you about
so
it.
downhill. People just given up on Star
Check
Wars
this
in
shit out,
general.
yeah? You can't do that much damage to a franchise like that. Yeah, it's criminal. What Disney did is absolutely criminal, right? They're writers. That's when the writers. So basically, there was a person writing the first one. They had no clue who was the writer for the second one. So they just like abridged it. Like I don't know what the fuck they did. There was no plan for it. And then they brought the same guy back on the third. That who had done the first one of this new trilogy. Right. So I don't know, man. They're just fucking franchises, like completely.
You want to say? You've got.
So this
got
might be a
science.
big controversy, but Wakanda Forever, absolutely terrible. Why did you do that to like Black Panther 1, Black Panther 2, amazing. Third one, like peak Chadwick Boseman isn't in it, but why the fuck are there blue man with fishy feet?
Wait, Black Panther 2?
The Wakanda
What do you mean?
Third one.
I ain't even seen Wakanda 2 yet, you know. I ain't seen
Third
it.
one.
There's a third one.
Wakanda Forever.
You're talking about no more.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
one like where
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
supposed to be
Chadwick
like that.
dies. But she doesn't
what?
realise. Have you not seen Wakanda
Spoiler
Forever?
alert.
Hold on a second. Isn't there only Black Panther 1 and Black
No,
Panther
there's a
2?
third one.
No, there isn't. There's no Black Panther 3.
There's no Black Panther 3.
No, that's not Black Panther 3. That's Black Panther 2.
That's Black Panther 2,
And
yeah.
that was, I think
I don't know
that
what
was
you're talking
terrible.
about.
Sorry?
I think that was terrible.
No, she
Okay,
made.
so,
she
we
made
had to get over the number
made
of
a
movies
mistake.
first. Okay, you didn't like that?
I loved it.
Okay, but like, why were there blue men? With,
Black Panther 1 was
What do you
great.
mean? But that
like,
means
that's
you didn't
just
read
taken
it.
away from the storyline. It's
No,
just-
not
Have
really.
you seen Black Panther 1?
Oh yeah, of course.
What did you think about it?
Black Panther, the first one, was
Amazing.
yeah, it was more than just
I
like a
think
movie,
Wakanda
like a
was
superhero
great.
movie
I
though.
loved
It was
it. I
like
loved
it was a moment for like
Yeah.
for black people, I think in general, and people of color, because that was what that movie more it stood for. So
Yeah.
to make the sequel, I haven't even seen the sequel, so I don't even just
No, but
the
it was
idea
already
of a
a
sequel.
character.
You can't match it on
Yeah.
on terms
No,
of
but
how
There was a
already
certain
a-
swagger that Chadwick had that you can't match, yeah, because that for me, like 2018, I remember exactly when it came out. That was like a moment.
Yeah.
Like I got so much nostalgia. I don't know. I guess I watched Wakanda Forever,
When I
but
watched the first one, it's a different feeling to watch the second one. The second one just doesn't
Yeah.
feel.
No, I think the second one's
That's
great.
also like
I haven't
I'll be
seen
honest
it.
with you. I think the
Deadpool
second
versus
one.
Wolverine.
Huh?
What the fuck is that? Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Oh, it was great.
I
What are you
like-
talking about?
I really
You didn't
like
read the
that.
comics, did
All
you?
the little Deadpools.
Ah,
and
you didn't read the comics?
That was terrible. I love
That was amazing. That was great.
No,
so you
loved
both,
it.
you both
That was
loved it,
great.
and it's just you that hated it. Why did you hate it though?
just because like keep Deadpool and Wolverine separate. Like,
Why would you keep them separate? Why would you keep them separate?
It was
If
the combination of them that it was just not working for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then you didn't read the comics.
but I didn't read the comics. But like,
No one's reading the comments to watch that movie, bro. Come on.
Hold on. I did.
Some people do read the comic.
No, man, those movies are way beyond comic readers now. Like, we're in a new sphere. Like, the Deadpool, like, people that love Deadpool are like people who just like action movies and shit.
Yeah.
It's not even anything to do with comics.
But I liked the team up because it was true to it was literally true to the source material.
Oh, okay.
So you liked Wakanda Forever then?
Yes.
What did you like about it?
Okay, what?
Because I haven't seen
Here's what they did, yeah. Here's what they did.
What did they do?
Because in the source material, the guy ain't like that.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank
Cheers,
you.
guys. Thanks for
Have a good one. Cheers. I think that's what we should do. We should watch the films that we say we're going to watch on the podcast, and then next time we can review it and actually come to a conclusion. I think that would be good. Why are you looking at me like that?
Why wouldn't that be a good idea? Why wouldn't that be? This is what you should have been doing. When I told you that about the Matrix, like months ago, and this guy has all this time to watch the Matrix, still hasn't watched the Matrix. You could have watched these movies in time.
You could have watched these movies in Christmas, bro.
In Christmas,
Yeah,
bro. There's no excuse.
Because I watched the whole thing.
On what? Matrix? Where can I watch the Matrix?
Netflix.
Is it
Now
on Netflix?
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is now.
Netflix,
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 if I'm correct. No, maybe not 1.
You don't have, in a way, you do have to watch the trilogy. I think it's the greatest of all time. I think it's the greatest trilogy of all time.
Yeah.
But in
Along
terms
with
of
Lord of the Rings up there as well.
Lord of the Rings used to be my favourite.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Once I saw the Matrix as an adult, I was like, don't even compare. Like the Matrix.
Matrix is better than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
No, hold on. The best adaptation, even though Matrix is a fresh idea.
You're a big Lord of the Rings fan as well.
Of course I am. Yeah. And Dune and Star Wars. Like I know about all these. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is the best film adaptation of any like book, as in it's the best book adaptation.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Peter Jackson did the best job I think I've seen of any book, or along with. I'm gonna say Dune comes in a close second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've read that book as well. It comes in quite.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about the films or the books?
I'm talking about the films being the.
You read them as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings and Okay,
so, but them being adaptations of the book.
Adaptation.
Yeah, adaptations. Yeah. So they were the best. Of all, some of the
Yeah,
best
I can
of all
agree
time.
on that.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard to get from a book to a film and not piss people off. So
Kelly acted like you read the books. I'm finished.
I tried, but actually no, I tried the Hobbit. That was when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah, I tried
The
with
Hobbit's
Hobbit.
one book he stretched into 3.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he stretched it into 3 movies. He shouldn't have done.
And then okay.
But he did that. I don't know why, because the publisher fucking via executives. Yeah.
But it worked out because Lord of the Rings was just so good at the time as well. It was just phenomenal, and even now
Hobbit
it's
was
phenomenal.
more hated for a particular reason.
one thing.
What? Sorry.
I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Please tell me you've seen Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
Doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know what it is.
Wait, with
doesn't know
Will
what it is.
Smith.
Yeah.
I have seen it. Yeah,
You've seen it?
I've
Thank
seen
God.
it. Yeah.
Thank God.
A lot of thrillers
Jesus Christ.
and dramas. I've seen those, but fantasy for some reason it never really like connected with me like in the soul like from like many years ago like. So I never really grew up like fantasy and I really like Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire. That
I
hit
rewatched the
different.
first one.
Look, Sam Raimi has got a very particular
But can I-
directing style.
The reason I haven't
Yeah.
watched Lord of the Rings side
He was
is
amazing.
because that is the one art project that people have told me over the years.
So
like,
good.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it. It'll change your life. Everything is in that film. Everything you'll ever need in your life
So it's too much pressure.
is in that film.
Too
a
much
lot of
expectation.
pressure. Number one. And number two, there's actually something about
No, Peter's
that
almost
kind of
done that.
hounding that is like, I'm almost doing it now as a gimmick. You know, I'm just not gonna watch
But
it.
check this out, check this out, yeah.
Apparently, I'm detrimentally affecting my life by not watching.
That
it.
was-
But I'm gonna watch it.
Forgetting it was fantasy, yeah, forgetting that it was a adaptation, yeah. The way Peter's like done it, like Hobbiton, like as in the first environment was completely terrible. Think about that for 1 second. He went to New Zealand, picked a spot, yeah, for the first scene,
Yeah.
and told people to terraform that shit.
Wow.
What's terraform?
As in changing landscape.
Yeah.
The houses are in hills.
And they filmed it all at
Yeah.
once. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 was all filmed, yeah,
Damn.
all in a straight line, yeah, and they've just released it.
I remember. I think I saw an interview with Orlando Bloom saying that
There
he
was
didn't
so much
actually
love
get
in that
paid.
one.
Someone from Lord of the Rings said that they didn't actually get paid that much for those movies at the time.
Really?
I think
I don't know who that.
I can't remember which actor it was. I think it was Orlando Bloom. He said like.
There's
might
always
have
one
been
in it. There's
Yeah.
always one that comes forward. And goes,
No, but I think it's
We
being
weren't
honest.
paid
When you
enough.
think, because the thing is, at the time, you get paid like before the movie, right?
Yeah.
unless you got some sort of deal where you get a bit at the box office. At the time, this is with no knowledge that the films are going to land or do well at the box office. Do you know what I mean? So I think it was like something like less than 100k or
Was it Orlando?
150k or something like that.
Was it Orlando?
I think it
was
might
it?
have been.
It couldn't have been Vigo. There's no way it was Vigo.
No, I don't think it was Vigo. No. I think it was Orlando, and he was just very kind of like chill out.
He's one of the
about
main
it.
characters.
Like he didn't know, no one knew it was gonna blow like that. And I think it was like 150k he got for all three. Okay, fine, I can't verify it, but someone said that it wasn't as much as people are thinking, that kind of thing. And I'm sure they quoted like 100.
Would you not think about actors not getting paid enough?
I think about all the freaking time, man. But this is the thing, like I always think about myself in terms of like if I was to get like an audition for a role, and then they go, and then I got it, I'll be like, yes, okay, I'm gonna get paid for.
We're gonna give you X amount.
We're only gonna give you
X amount,
15k because 15k because no one knows you, Shelly. Like so, like 15k is more than money than I've ever seen ever. Like in a way, But if you think about it in terms of how many sequels this could produce or where
it could go, who could see it and say that's a great performance, I want that person.
You didn't read the fine print though. That was an issue. Yeah.
There's that fine line, isn't it?
You didn't read the fine, just like Michael Chung. You didn't read. You didn't read the fine print.
Listen, like there are. The way I look at the approach, I think you need to have when you're an actor, I think, is to trust your gut and go with what you think is going to do you well. Like, I think that's the only thing you can do. Like if you start, even if you decide to turn it away, it might not be the project that's going to be for you. Like so, if it comes down to money as well, like I don't know, man. Maybe there are so many cases you've heard. You must have seen so many stories where people have been offered something initially, and they turn it down, and then somehow or another
it becomes a crazy.
6 months down the line, they get offered something even bigger. Like the biggest one was Lisa Kudrow from Friends, right? Kudrow, how you say her name? She was in a sitcom. I think she got fired. I think from a sitcom before she got Friends. So.
Oh my days.
She must have thought her whole career was over or some shit. You must be. Imagine being fired from a sitcom, and then she got Friends. Friends ends up being the best sitcom that
I'm
ever
trying
made.
to think of someone else who may have had the same sort
Denzel Washington.
Did he? Yeah, I was gonna say so. Yeah.
He turned down 7.
Did
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. He turned it down. Yeah.
He turned
it down. He turned the script down. I think it was religious reasons. He turned it down.
that's it.
And then he said he saw the movie and he was like, oh, damn. Should have done that. But I look at Denzel. Unbelievable what he's come out to what he did after that, you know.
By the time 7 came out, that was like
that had no
1995
bearing on his career, really, right?
No, it had none. Yeah.
No, it didn't matter. That was late 1990s.
But Denzel had already done Malcolm X, I think, before that even.
He done Malcolm X.
He done quite a few like big movies.
Yeah.
Oh, when was Training Day? I can't. Was it
Training Day was 2000?
No, Training Day was 2001.
2001, just about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like 7. He didn't take that. 2 years later, you got like.
You know how I feel about Denzel, yeah.
7 was 1995, wasn't it? So like 6 years later, you had Training Day.
Yeah. You know how I feel about Denzel, but that aside, like that script for that Training Day. I mean, it would be hard to fuck up that movie for anyone to have got that movie and be like to mess it up. The script is phenomenal. Like
it's ridiculous.
No, but as in like when you watch the movie and you see the back and forth between the cops, like everything is so watertight. Like it's it's a brilliant movie in
like
terms of its writing.
And he hits the flips and the car just like boop, 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 you know. It's like everything is like an
it was all
epic
written in the
moment.
script. It was just like as in it was all planned out in the script anyway.
Although,
but he added.
What do you mean?
Sorry, go on.
As in, you said you've seen the script.
Yeah, no,
as in pictures of it or whatever.
No, I haven't seen the script. I'm saying like.
Oh, the script in and of itself.
Do you know what it is? Maybe when I watch movies, I'm like sometimes I focus as well on just what they're saying, the characters, how they interact with each other. So I'm saying it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Like, the script
was hard to fuck up.
It's hard
to fuck up the script. Basically.
It's really good. It's a really good script. Like you'd have to be a terrible actor to have messed up. Like anyone could have been in that role. Denzel happened to be in it, but I think
because he wasn't an average actor, this guy was a fucking phenomenal actor anyway. He put more improvisation on the character.
I don't know if that's true because you could just have an actor who's just not believable in it, you know? Like
but Denzel is fucking Alonso, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I don't see anyone.
I'm just saying, like you can still mess it up.
You
Because you could have someone who you just don't believe. You're like, bro, you ain't hard. Like this, just stop all that about going
unbelievable.
Sit down, you know. King Kong, you ain't no King Kong, you know. Like
He ain't.
it's just really. So if you can get an actor,
No, that was improvised.
and that's the thing I was gonna say as well.
That bit was improvised. Yeah,
That's the thing as well. Like he just like there was parts of that where he went off script, not even off script. Like he just included improvisation that wasn't in the script at all,
and then
Like,
returned
King
back to the
Kong-
dialogue.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
exactly.
Yeah, he added bits in that were like
Exactly. He just added. He just
So
put
character,
like,
yeah.
like flavors and colors in that whole speech because he was so in it, and you can actually see that from his eyes. Literally, you can see his eyes in it.
King Kong ain't got
That's
shit
one of
on
those
me.
moments where you lose yourself in it. You could just tell, you know. Especially right, and I like the fact that you can see in that moment when he's doing his King Kong speech, like he's a man that is now like lost control. He no longer has control of everything.
no,
you know?
that character has completely lost it, man.
Yeah, and he's fighting
He's
back
so
with
far
aggression.
off his own ways. Like he's so far down the rabbit hole
Yeah.
that he's gone down that he's just completely lost. He's completely lost it. As a cop, anyway.
For the first time, you really see him in like a hopeless, like, no, I'm screwed. But he's still like fighting to maintain that Alonzo kind of persona. But he knows deep down he's kind of lost it.
He was trying to
It's quite
maintain control.
Shakespearean in that moment. Sorry?
He was trying to maintain control. He couldn't do.
Yeah, nah, he was
that's
gone
what
by
it
that
was.
time.
In that
He was
character.
gone by that time. And by the way, Ethan Hawke was amazing in that film as well.
Yeah.
For him to play that, like, you see his character progression, right? Like how vulnerable he is, like when he's in the car and he's like, smoke this. Or, I can't remember the exact dialogue, right? But like, his look, he's like,
Virgin lungs.
yeah, like, and then when he meets him for the first time, he's just reading the paper. You don't say anything. Like it takes like.
Have you seen how
Script.
Yeah.
In 2001, when the movie came out,
It was perfect.
It was the
perfect blend.
Yeah, perfect
between
blend of
CG
CGI
and real life
and real life.
FX. Yeah.
If you
Just correct.
If you put the period like
If you
say
check
10
this out,
years,
watch this, yeah. So basically, you see the people who play as orcs, they're all prosthetic.
yeah.
They're all makeup.
These days they would
prosthetic.
just make them CGI.
In The Hobbit, the guys are CG.
This is just all the whole thing's just
And it just looks, it just doesn't look right, man. It
Yeah,
just doesn't, right.
you're not involved as much.
No. It looks like a fucking no. I wouldn't say like because CG's my like bracket in it. So
Yeah, of course it is.
this is what I know in it, like to a T. Yeah.
And I've seen your work; it's incredible, man.
Cheers, man.
Incredible. I remember the car you showed me is unbelievable.
Cheers, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So
Give it a shout out, man. You do some dope work, man.
man, this is part of the scene. That's what you do, man. That's part of the portfolio, man. But yeah, no, man. I think
The orcs,
That's-
right? Yeah.
the orcs, bro.
Actually, that's one of the first things I think about when I think of Lord of the Rings movies. Are those how good those orcs look, as in terms of
Dude,
they
the
look
guy-
horrific. Like
Yeah,
as
they
in-
look. They look like actual. Like,
and you as an audience member, like you can feel more scared of them. So when you have like these days, when
Yeah,
if they
because
were to
they're real
make
people.
Yeah, if you had like a CGI orc, you just immediately go like you don't feel scared because you're like you don't feel it's a real person. Your part of your brain is actually catching up and going, that's not really real, is it? Whereas the ones in the 2001 movie,
the original trilogy, yeah.
the original trilogy, you're like, damn, them orcs are fucking scary, yo. Yeah.
Bro, they did a lot of work, man.
So how many spin-offs has there been to Lord of the Rings now?
It's just The Hobbit. That's it. The Hobbit.
Just the
trilogy.
Hobbit.
Just the
nothing
Hobbit
else.
prequel, yeah.
And the shitty Amazon show, which I went in.
Oh yes,
Terrible.
the Amazon show.
Talking about Hollywood shit, yeah. We're talking
Rings of
about
Power.
terrible.
When
They fucked
Lenny
it up.
Henry turns up as an Irish
I
guy.
read
I was like, wait,
I read the book. I read the book that that Tolkien wrote like first before he done Hobbit and thing. Yeah. So there's like there's a prequel history book, basically. Yeah. And the Rings of Power just completely fucks like the whole scope. Like so many people. Even though I met some of the actors from that show, funny enough. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was nuts.
What, an event or?
No. At my this old place I used to work at.
Damn,
That's dope. Yeah, like
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. A lot of actors live around.
So they
Built up.
an event. Okay.
Regardless, man, that show was just like. That's what you call terrible writing. And terrible script.
It's because they were.
seen it.
It's probably because
Amazon, it
they were.
was done by Amazon.
It's because they were trying to do. They were trying to tick the boxes, right?
They were.
Isn't it?
They were trying to copy off of the original trilogy because I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense, yeah, in the original trilogy. They tried to do Hobbits, couldn't take the name. They didn't have the license for the name off of Peter. So they called them something else.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you know how we call them hobbits? That's a licensed name.
Oh, is
Tolkien
it?
and Peter Jackson. Yeah, you got to go back to them two.
Yeah.
Tolkien's not alive, so you got to go back to his son. Yeah, and be like, yo, can I use this name? Amazon didn't fucking bother to do that, so they called them Harefoots
Oh no!
instead
really?
of fucking hobbits. And then they try copy like for like a brown-haired guy and a bigger blonde ginger-haired like side-on character to these, like, so they would appear exactly like, just for nostalgia's sake. Sort of what they did with Lion King. It's sort of like they're trying to put like, and it just didn't. For me, it just didn't. It was like, this doesn't exist in the book. Why are you fucking putting this in?
Please mind the gap.
Yeah, it's what they do is that they're trying to replicate a feeling. You can't do that like easily. In fact,
They tried replicating it.
Can't do it easily at
They
all.
couldn't do it.
Don't get me wrong, it's very possible. Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are basically the same movie. I don't know if you've ever seen both movies. Once again, have you seen both of them?
I've seen them in depth.
Or either of them?
No, they're not the same film. They're not the same film.
I have seen Terminator. Terminator 1.
Terminator 1. Terminator 2.
Can't remember Terminator 2.
You see that film, yeah, is fucking goated, man. That film is, you know, like
Terminator 2, before Lord of the Rings, was probably
do it, like-
the best movie ever made. Terminator
Yeah.
2. And
Man, Terminator 2 was like,
the best movie ever made.
Yeah, ever made. It was groundbreaking as well. But Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, if you look at it like from a perspective of the way the story is structured, it's
very similar, man. It's very similar.
It's the same movie. There's a slight, obviously, difference in the
Yeah, it's a
storyline,
difference,
but I'm talking about where they land is in the same thing. You know, the
Same.
factory.
Always
and
a
there's
showdown.
And
There's always a
Oh wait,
fucking
no, I
factory.
don't know.
You know they try to do that in the later sequels.
Is this
bro.
2?
This is 2,
Yeah, they try to do it in the later sequels. They completely fucked up the later sequels. Yeah, as well. This is the same fucking Hollywood. Yeah,
Let's get to the chopper!
that's Predator. What?
Oh, is it?
That's Predator.
My
Yeah.
bad.
He's playing dumb, but yeah, he's doing that whole thing where he plays dumb, but yeah. How many sequels you know that have actually like been better than the first one?
Very
Toy
few,
Story
man.
2. Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2.
So,
Yeah,
Toy
yeah.
Story 2.
Alright,
Toy Story 2,
yeah,
yeah.
Toy Story 2. Yeah, alright, cool. Not Back to
That's
the
a
Future.
really good question.
Not Back to the Future. Back to the Future number 3. Back to the Future Part 3 was better than Part 2. But on par with
I'm
Part
saying
1.
no, between 1 and 2. 1 and 2. If
Between
they
one
made
and
the first
two.
movie and then
Yeah,
they said number 2.
Oh, let's try and replicate this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Judgment Day was like something else.
What was better?
Dude.
Was Scary Movie 2 better than Scary Movie 1?
Yes!
Oh my God.
Actually, it was.
Scary Movie 2 was better.
At the time, it was.
At the time it was.
Movie 2
At the
was
time it was.
better.
Scary Movie 2
Let's be
now,
real.
when you watch it back, it's a bit corny and shit. I don't know, like.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you look back on it, like, I don't think they were going for, like, we need to make sure this is not corny. Do you know what I mean? They didn't care.
No, man, they were trying to
They
hit the
just-
line with that.
they
Yeah, they were
just-
really
just-
trying to hit the line.
They just whacked it, man.
Guys, sorry, remind me which one number, because I'm pretty sure there's a 3 as well.
What, Scary Movie?
There's a
3
Yeah,
and
there's
There's a
4
3
and
and
4.
4,
There's
isn't it?
maybe
There's
a
5.
There's 5
There's
coming.
5,
Yeah, there's a
five.
5 or 6 coming.
Which one's the
I
one
think
with 2?
5 is already dropped.
Which one's what happens in number 2 again?
It's the one set in a house in a
Scary
Yeah.
House. Scary House.
Is it Hanson?
It's the hand one. Yeah, the
Hanson,
hand.
yeah.
Did they have a girl with a pink? Did they have a girl with a pink, like, or was it a burgundy top?
And he puts his hand in the dessert.
Because number one, number
He's
one
like,
was
let me get that for you.
because number one was the high school, right? Not buzzing.
Number
It was
1.
the high school. It was the high school. Yeah. Which was Scream.
Yeah, it was
with Scream.
It was basically Scream. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a Scream thing. Yeah.
And it was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I know what you did last summer. Combined, yeah. But it was taking piss for all the horror movies at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
And then you had number 2, which was in the haunted house.
yeah, it was making
what I
fun of.
remember.
I think there was a moment of.
What was it making fun?
No, it was the Hollow Man. It was making fun of
Hollow Man. The whole shit.
Yeah. Which is an awesome movie.
Oh,
Hollow
dude.
Man's fucking sick.
That is a good movie. I remember I actually watched
Was it
that.
called
That
the
was-
Hollow Man, or was it called the Invisible? No, they're two.
No,
different-
That was
they're
kind
two
of
different
scary.
films.
It was.
It was scary. I watched that. Like, yeah, that was.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why it's awesome.
It had a very offbeat kind of vibe to it. I remember watching it. I don't know watching it today if it would land.
There are some cheesy bits in it, like a bit corny,
Yeah.
but the violence in it is so good.
Yeah.
As in, sounds bad to say. As in, like, but the way in which the way Paul Verhoeven, the way he makes movies is so unique in terms of in terms of its violence aspect. He done RoboCop back in the day. He done,
RoboCop, you know.
Yeah, he done Starship Troopers. It's the violence in those movies that they still stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the same with Hollow Man. It's the violence aspect he gets. It makes it,
know,
it gives you that whoa kind of feeling.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch Hollow Man. I've got to watch Lord of the Rings 1, 2, 3, Terminator 1, Terminator 2.
Yeah, he's gotta watch so many.
You just gotta watch everything. Really.
I know, I do. I'm really excited to watch.
Oh no, but
Lord
on
of
the
the
real, even if you don't watch the trilogy, watch Terminator 2.
Damn.
Do that. Yeah, that's the first on the list. I can't lie. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you know.
Wait,
And the T800.
Predator 2. No, wait.
No. Predator 1, you mean?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Of
Predator 1. Predator 2 was awful. Yeah.
No. It was all right,
Bro, we rewatched.
It was Danny Glover. What was it? Danny Glover?
Yeah,
we done.
It's a joke thing.
Bro, we
That's a
don't watch
joke
that,
thing.
didn't we?
Yeah,
we watched it at some point. Yeah, I reckon.
yeah.
No, I think it's great. I don't like. The only reason I'm saying it is based off a comic. And again, yeah, it's based off a comic that was done after the first movie. Yeah, but the first movie will always be the epitome of masculinity. I can't lie.
That's
a good one. Yeah, okay.
It is the epitome of masculinity.
It was hyper masculinity at the time as well.
Predator 1.
It was a time of hyper masculinity.
It was a time of hyper masculinity,
Yeah.
and they did it perfectly in that
Wow.
film. Perfectly. Yeah.
Because it was about big muscles, guns, big
And
trucks,
action, yeah, that's it.
Like
And a big alien,
They
and a
just
whole
praised it.
special forces crew
Yeah.
on a fucking alien battling this one alien who I can't
movie
see.
was so iconic, man. So
Yeah, that's
iconic.
where the phrase comes from. Yo, come on, kid, yeah, that's where I almost said the phrase.
Yeah, I got them mixed up.
Yeah, I think Predator was a fucking it was one of those movies.
kill me, I'm here. Come on, kill me.
Can't do
I know
it.
you got a good Arnold. Go on.
I think Arnold's impressions have been done to death now.
Yeah,
They're not
so
even. I don't know. It doesn't make you think. It's a bit like Donald Trump or impressions.
Trump is still.
Everyone's
I'll
does
still
Donald
take
Trump.
a Donald Trump impression. I'll still take one. I don't mind.
It's like I don't know. The only one I think I heard a guy do a Will Smith impression on the internet. I was like, wow, there's actually a Will Smith.
They talking about Jay Farrow.
No, not even Jay Farrow. I think it was some other dude. Just some random dude on the internet. He had
We've heard a lot of Eddie Murphy impressions.
Are there? Yeah.
Yeah, loads. And a lot-
Jay Farrow does a one.
Yeah.
Jay Farrow does quite a few of them, man.
He does a good Eddie
rolls
Murphy
through.
impression,
Yeah, he
yeah.
does.
I just feel like the Eddie Murphy impressions that we hear, though, right? It's a lot of like him in a specific point in his life, like or in a movie.
yeah.
It's like, oh god, that kind of like. But like, I would like to hear an Eddie Murphy impression that is kind of like him just being a bit more normal. It's all like extremely exaggerated, like.
Yeah, but
if
that's
he's
how you
playing
get
like
that's how you get the caricature. That's how you get the caricature of certain people.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
That's a bit like the way they do Richard Pryor impressions. I never feel like the Richard Pryor
you
impressions
seen-
are actually very good.
Have you
Oh, no,
seen-
sorry, not Richard Pryor. I'm talking about not Richard Pryor. I'm talking
I
about the other
agree
guy.
with you, so.
Oh, no,
my
you
God,
disagree
there
with
was this
anything.
impression that I saw, yeah.
No, who's the who's the guy? Who's the guy that went
People
to
have done
prison?
Richard Pryor impressions, though.
The guy that went to prison and he came out, the old dude,
Can't remember, man.
black dude from the 80s sitcoms and stuff.
Did he have his own?
He went to prison
Did he
for
have his
some
own
serious shit, like
Bill
drugging,
Cosby?
Yes, Cosby.
Yeah.
Everyone that does a Cosby impression, they're always over the top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, doesn't it really sound like when?
Yeah.
I don't know. No one can do like a normal impression.
Yeah, I
of
know
him.
what you mean. Just talk, like regular talk, like how.
Yeah, but you have to exaggerate. You kind of have to exaggerate. I've heard no one do a better what's his name, Al Pacino impression than Kevin Spacey.
I could do an Al Pacino, but I got to shout. Like, it's a little bit like this, and then it gets really loud, and then you're talking like this, and then it gets really loud again, and everyone's like, "Wow!"
No, but
wow,
he's got
so
a particular.
amazing,
No, but he's got a
Al Pacino."
particular tone. He's got a very specific tone. Yeah, that Kevin Spacey manages to just completely hit. Yeah, the lounging in the chair and everything.
You can't replicate RoboCop.
You can't replicate RoboCop.
They tried.
There's
They,
some-
yeah, they tried to make. They
the
tried to
designs were cool.
recreate it, but
I think
they
the
couldn't.
designs were so cool.
Who has seen the original RoboCop? With Clarence.
I think he's seen it.
Can you fly, brother? You remember that one?
Yeah. The baddie in that was awesome. Yeah,
I don't remember that
The
actually.
original one. The original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the fucking robot at the end.
You guys
Hey,
quite
what
young,
about
so
Star Wars, man?
You don't. Do you actually
everyone
remember
knows
the
about
original RoboCop?
But I'm a massive fan of the original RoboCop. Yeah.
Huge fan. Like.
We were just speaking about it before, actually. Yeah.
What happens if you get off the train and leave that shit there?
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we can rule that one out.
Firstly, I apologise for falling into you. Thank God you helped me.
He's a strong guy.
Strong
Sorry,
guy,
man.
Strong
He's
guy.
eating his grits, drinking his protein.
All I ask is that you add us on YouTube, or you look us up on YouTube
Oh, yeah, Joe, you're a youngster. What's this?
and look it up on YouTube and follow the conversation. Watch yourself back, man. It's called Mind the App. Mind the App. It's on YouTube.
There you go, boys. So where are you boys from? You do this when you go up and down trains all the time, do you?
Yeah, we find that this train has the most lively people like yourself. So, and yeah, we got it right again.
That's good. Listen, we don't mean no harm.
So,
I know.
That's all good.
You enjoy yourselves. Keep doing
We don't mind a West Ham supporter.
Even though I don't.
As soon as I heard RoboCop, I was like, that's good, it's good. Keep going, keep going.
Thank you.
It's good to have that sort of confidence, honestly, it really is.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man, we're
striving to have your confidence, to be honest. I mean, that's my goal.
Oh man. We're talking about a lot about movies, man. A lot about films.
that's good, man. That's what I think.
I think it's a piece of history, man. I think yeah, you just
That's
got.
what I'm into,
Yeah,
bro. I
yeah,
can talk
yeah.
about movies all day. So
That's what we're all into,
Yeah.
man. Like yeah, it's crazy, crazy stuff.
Mind the app.
Name me one. Mind the app.
I know he's saying it because he's trying to wrap it up. That's what he's by saying that.
I check this here. Name me one film in the last 10 years.
Oh, that was rude, man.